How's it going? My name's Luke C. Marcotte. We are here today working on beautiful 8 Mile Detroit. As you can tell here, we got a house that caught on fire, and as you probably guessed, due to electrical hazard.
None other than, yes, it is me. I'm on the run eating.
So today we're gonna walk through a couple of the things that they could have done differently to prevent this fire inside of a home. So as you can see here, they had to tear the whole home apart, tear out all the drywall insulation, and spray it all down to hide the mustiness, the disgusting smell that smoke leaves behind, all the smoke damage in the windows here. It's just not a good thing to be in, and then the home will never be the same as it was before. And so a couple things that we'll go through, we'll show you down here, that is a big common mistake people make, but they always delay it because they want to save money or they just don't think it's that serious. But we're here to show you today how serious it truly is. As you can see here, this is the old thermostat, and it is all melted, and this wasn't even where the fire was. This was just solely from the smoke damage alone. So when we walk into here where the fire had originally occurred, you can see down here to this plug, this is where it started. And it started from two things. First of all, a space heater, which you probably can't tell or recognize right now as this little mound of aluminum and plastic on the ground. And as you can tell here, this electrical plug here that caught on fire, melted, ruined the wire, etc. It had spread all the way up to the ceiling and melted the ceiling light. And we are currently in the middle of remodeling and rewiring this whole building. So we had already tore out a bunch of the stuff, but we thought that we would show you this to show you what you need to look out for and stuff that is serious when people tell you you need to replace it. So first of all, it's space heaters. The space heaters deteriorate over time, and that causes them to catch fire. I can't tell you how many countless times I've had to go in and replace plugs that were starting to turn a little brown, that were starting to melt from someone's space heater. It's just they draw so much power, and as they get older, they just are not reliable and they cause a lot of fires. And this is probably the 6th or 7th one that I have redone with fire problems, specifically from a space heater. As you can see here, it actually burned through the subfloor, went and spread throughout the whole house, causing smoke damage and literally ruining the entire home. So as you can probably tell, this is a pretty costly mistake to the homeowner. Pretty costly in the aspect that they cannot live here now and they have to pay for another place to rent while they are getting this renovated, as well as renovating the home. These two costly mistakes, if fixed in the right time, probably would have cost no more than $1,000, maybe $2,000 max, depending on the situation in your home and where your electrical service is. We just made a video about some telltale signs of where you can visually tell when your service needs to be replaced. First of all, you see the service wire outside, it's starting to deteriorate, it's starting to degrade. If your panel hasn't been updated in the past 20 years, it's definitely time to replace it. Not just because it's getting wet, not just because it's getting older, but because the technology is so much better now. You gotta think, back in the day, they didn't even have grounds in the home. So every 3 years, there's a new electrical code that comes out with updated codes to help people with the new technologies of the new microwaves, coffee makers, and all these new technologies come out that help you to be safe as things progress. And so now with the new technologies in homes with the breakers and the arc flash and GFCIs, it ensures that you won't ever have to worry about this stuff and that electrical fires are basically obsolete as long as they are taken care of in the right place and the right time. This panel is called the GE Slimline. You can tell because the breakers are very, very skinny. These breakers and this panel is not a good panel. They are known to arc weld just like the Cutler hammer that we had viewed last time. And so you wanna make sure you have good brands like Square D, Siemens, even the new Eatons are great, but you gotta make sure you have a newer panel more than anything, more than brand loyalty. I personally use Square D products religiously. We mostly do the home line in homes and QO Square Ds and commercial and industrial facilities, just because that's what works for us and that's what we've always used, and I've never ever had a problem with a Square D product tripping out. Make sure you like, subscribe, leave a comment, tell some friends about it, and seriously, you better like this shit. All right, I want to see a comment, and you better tell your friends, because I do this for free. But thanks for watching. Make sure you check out the next videos, the old videos, and we got a lot more stuff coming for you. Make sure you're still walking on the studs. Yeah. Superstar off this shit. People be like, oh, this
shitty ass board right here.
God damn it, Matt. Oh, fuck. Telltale. Is that the right fucking word? I left to go get some drop off money at the bank, and I'm like, Matt, you want to use my 9 mil real quick? He's like, no.
How many you got? That's it?
That was it.